not having my kids with me was heartbreaking. My name is Deliris and Faraci Lange helped me with a case of a medicine that was given to my son. It was an over-the-counter laxative for infants. I had used it before, so I never thought anything of it. So this specific day, I gave it to him around 2 in the morning. He went to bed. He still hadn't used the bathroom, so I put him in a diaper. When he woke up, he went to the bathroom while he was asleep. So I figured I'd just put him in the shower and just give him a shower at that point instead of just trying to clean him up. He was a little red, but nothing out of the ordinary. So I didn't think anything of it. I was just like, he shaved a little. Let me just put some Desitin or whatever on him. And then probably 45 minutes later, he starts complaining that he's hurting. I take his pants down and he's starting to blister. And then next thing you know, the blisters are just getting bigger and bigger and bigger until it's just one huge blister in his whole bottom. I called the ambulance and we were taken to Strong Hospital. And pretty much by the time we arrived in there, maybe within 20 minutes, the cops were there. The cops came and talked to me, and they said that they were called by the hospital because the doctor believed that I burnt my son. They said, can you come to the hallway? We don't want to arrest you in front of your son. You have kids and they're yours. What do you do, when they're gone, especially when you didn't do anything? So I'm like, for the first probably week, I was at my mom's house just crying every day. Even though everything got dismissed, I still had a CPS record. So that meant that I couldn't have a job taking care of kids, elderly, people with developmental disabilities, anyone who would be considered vulnerable. So for about 7 years, I want to say, after that, I wasn't able to even think about having those type of jobs. When my criminal case was dismissed, my criminal court public defender said, I think, you should pursue this legally. He introduced me to an attorney, and this attorney said, I can't help you, but I know the people that can help you, and he was the one who introduced me to Faraci Lange.
When I first heard Deliris' story, I, as a mother, was heartbroken for her. And so I wanted to do everything in my power to help her in any way we could.
When I met with the attorneys at Faraci Lange, our goal was to hold the manufacturer liable for what happened.
When Deliris first came to us and we learned that her son had suffered from a chemical burn from an over-the-counter infant laxative, the first thing that we did was we looked at the product and we looked at the warnings and we said, did the manufacturer of this over-the-counter medication warn about this injury that could happen? And the answer was no. And right then and there, we knew we had a case. So we filed a lawsuit and we got a result for Deliris' son.
Faraci Lange was able to get my son a settlement, but more importantly, they cleared my record.
One of the things with Deliris' case that was a little bit unique is that it wasn't just a product liability lawsuit that we had. Deliris, because she had been charged criminally, had been put on the child abuse registry. So one of the things that I wanted to do more than really anything was get her off that child abuse registry, because that was really going to change her life.
Thanks to me not having that child abuse record anymore, I'm a teacher assistant for the city school district, and I love it. I love my job.
So over the 5 years, obviously, I got to know Deliris pretty well through this case, and I just have such admiration for her and think she is such a wonderful person and wonderful mother. And when the case was over, I asked if she would be okay if we stayed in touch, and we did. And actually, we spend time together still today, and I have no doubt that we will be friends well into the future.
She just wanted to keep me in the loop of things all the time. Like, she's that type of person. She would come to my house, hey, you got time for lunch? And we just became friends.
I think Faraci Lange was well suited to handle this case because of the level of service that we provide to our clients, because we have attorneys and staff that care deeply about our clients. I became a lawyer because I wanted to represent real people and I wanted to help people. And working at Faraci Lange is the best place to do that for me.
Faraci Lange helped me put my life back together. I would definitely recommend Faraci Lange to any person who has an injury case.